This is going to be a break from my usual. It's going to be short. I just wanted to leave some of the younger pilots out there something to think about. I'm so close to 70, I tell everybody I'm 70 years old. And I'm so close to flying for 50 years, I tell everybody I've been flying for 50 years. I've flown a lot of rattletrap aircraft, never crashed anything. But, and I think of myself as a good pilot, but, even with my experience, you can really get yourself in a jam if you let yourself. So, here goes. This first incident actually involves my drone. It's a Typhoon Q500, real high quality, high def drone, and my ultralight you see here. What I'm doing now is positioning the drone at the end of the runway. The idea was to take off toward it, and I was going to have it in the smart mode, and it was going to follow me around. Of course, it can't fly at 45 miles an hour. Its top speed is 12 miles per hour. But I thought I had things figured out. The problem is, I didn't think it all the way through, as you'll see here in a minute. And it almost worked. It almost worked perfectly. I just didn't think it. So, I'm continuing on down the runway. This is just a little flat of sand east of our airport of 2JO near Panacea, Florida, Ocklawahnee Bay. And I go out here a lot. And I'm getting it as far down. If I had only gotten it a little bit further down. The problem was I was losing sight of it. It was so far away. It'll go out about a mile. But you can see me up there at the end in my white t-shirt. And I got it just about where I like it. I wanted it, and I'm fixing to get into the ultralight. So here comes Mr. Big Idea, and everything's looking good. It's backing up away from me as I come forward, as I take off toward it. It's looking beautiful, and I'm watching it the whole time, of course. All right, to camera left, we've got a big batch of woods, and look how good this worked out. This is really pretty. Oh man, that is nice. And I came close to it too. I knew you had to get close for this wide angle lens. And it turns. You'll see me come back here into view in a second. It followed me around. You can see the little copse of woods right there. There I go into the sunset. Of course, it's lagging way behind, but it's doing a decent job. In fact, it's doing better than I thought it would. Now, see, if I'd only had it up at an altitude above those trees, it would have been good. But I didn't want to have it that high because, it would have made the ultralight look so small. Like here, you can barely see it. Alright, what happened here was that, like I said, I didn't think it all the way through. I'm just about to disappear off to the left side. Now, what I should have done was flown further out. Like I said, it's got a mile range. And, okay, see, it's turning into view. It's picking up the signal. You saw the camera turn there, I believe. And I'm coming in, but I should have gone further out and let the drone clear the trees and get back over the runway. I turned in too soon, simply because I had never done this before. And what you're about to see is the end of my drone here in a second. I'm afraid it doesn't show it, the crash, but believe me, it crashed. Fixing to go out any second, hit a big tree. And this is about it. Getting closer, and I'm right on the other side of the tree. See, there it goes. Well, you didn't see it, but I was right on the other side of the trees. After I landed, and it was just doing what it's supposed to do. It was following the signal, which is a shame. A real shame. I just didn't think it through, but it happens. All right. That one was minor. Here comes another one. Okay, this next one involves me. Now this camera on the back end of the Stinger, it picks up a lot of, well, Well, you can hear it. I actually lubricated it with penetrating fluid, and I still can't get it to shut up. It's that creaking noise. But I'm taking off from the same location here, and I'm going over to a beach. I wanted to do some beach work with the Trike. That big case you see on the back is my drone. That was the purpose of that. So we're going to go over there, and I'm going to show you some complete thoughtlessness. I hate to say stupidity, but that's really what it was. Alright, I've been in here a lot. Now, keep in mind, we've had a lot of storms. We've had a lot of turbulent wave action. This is what I call my check pass. I'm just checking it out, make sure it looks okay to land. Now, this is where it gets bad. And keep in mind, this is a wide angle lens. Things are a lot closer than what they look. I'm coming in here, and this beach is now a lot shorter. A lot shorter. Now, this is not going to look bad, but it is very close. I got about 10 feet of extra before I would have ran off the runway. And I'm gonna back it up because I want to show you something. Okay, I got the audio cut way down over all that creaking noise. But I'm coming in here, and I think this beach is the same as it was 2 days ago. Only 2 days ago. This beach has changed due to the storms, the tidal action, and things. I didn't really pay a close attention to it when I did my check pass. And as I'm coming in here, I'm thinking, man, this don't look right. But I hit good. I hit toward the end of what I could land on because the right side is too steep. And I hit this depression here, and I said, that wasn't there before. That wasn't there before. Now, right up in here, you'll see my hand drop, and I hit the ignition switch to get all the thrust off of that propeller. It's too late to go around. There I go. I got my hand on the switch. That's good thinking. I'll give myself credit for that. But landing here in the first place is not good. Now, I'm running out of room, so I'm thinking, what can I do? I got no brakes. All I can do is hit a hard right, which I do. And believe me, that edge of that beach was a lot closer than what it looked like in that video. And I am right now cussing myself out, as you'll see here in a minute. But it won't be any cuss words, but you'll get the idea. Now, for the people that know me, they know that it takes a lot to get me scared of just about anything. I've been in some pretty hazardous situations, people, just take my word for it. And
that was not good. That was a lesson. You always, if you can hear me, you always check out a beach first, because beaches can change overnight. You know how close I came from going into the water? Always. Woo! Plus I got extra weight. See, I even forgot about my saddlebag. These bags weigh about 40 pounds, 40 to 50 pounds. They're heavy. That was not good. You young guys, learn from this. I'm 70 years old. See what I mean? You think you know it all? You don't.
Did you notice how far I pushed it back?
I'm heavy with fuel. I'm heavy with weight. And I got a shorter beach from 2 days ago.
Yeah, I hope this audio's coming out. I made it off okay. I got back as far as I could. But one thing I didn't mention was the wind. It's zero wind. I didn't even have a wind to help me stop. The message here is distractions. See, it's getting late in the day. You see the sun. I've got my drone. I was wanting to set up for a drone shot, and I'm not thinking about the beach may have changed in the last 48 hours. It's just I once landed a full load of float equipped drifter on a lake. I had trouble getting the right gear up. I neglected to check the lock on the left gear, and that left gear dropped at about 45 miles per hour, and I cartwheeled. I wasn't going to put the takeoff in here, but I decided to since it's pretty taxis down the beach. I point my hand to where I fell off to the side of the landing area, but I was trying to avoid that dip on my right. That dip right there, which put me off toward the right going the other way, which it was just bad from start to finish. I didn't use this part of it on landing because I didn't think I could follow that hard curve as I was coming in. But the takeoff went easier than what I thought simply because I'm using a lot more of it. But you can see the hard curve in it here. And I'm going to hit that crease. You'll see a crease on the left side. I hit that as I took off and it knocked the heck out of the left wheel pretty bad. But yeah, that was a close one. I'm the kind of guy that I'll be the first one to brag on myself, and then I'll be the first one to tell you I'm the biggest dumbass in the world if I make a mistake. But in this still shot here, you can see my tracks at the bottom of the photo. And now you see when I turned, the beach actually shortened up because of the curvature. So it was just a bad day. I got one more coming up, and that'll be it. Creak. I got to get that creakity creak noise fixed too. Okay, you see that sandy spot down there that looks like the Buddha, Italy? That's where we're headed. And I've been in here a lot, but I haven't ever been in here with a drifter. A drifter has no flaps, as all you drifter guys know. It can be a little hot sometime. This is a cheap crash helmet I wear. I like it because you can slap it up, slap it down real quick when you need it. But you can see I'm checking it out real good like I'm supposed to. And I got a shaky camera mount. You'll have to excuse that. It shakes all the way through. But I'm looking at it real good because it's the first time I've been in here. So here we go. And I'm looking at it. It's way in the distance, about a quarter mile now. And I'm looking at it. And looking at it, and looking at it some more, and I'm saying, I'm looking at my speed over the ground, judging that. I'm saying, this ain't looking so good. But me knowing me, I go in anyway. And you'll see, it looks pretty close. Pretty close. Look at it, coming up quick. I'm hitting the brakes right now with my left hand. And as you can see, with this wide angle lens, it makes it look like it was way far away, but it was touch and go. I made it in okay. I'm still rolling right here. I can finally get it stopped because my brakes aren't that good. But that's another breath of relief. I'll probably go to an early grave, I suspect. This is because of all the stress and anxiety in my life, and I don't mean just in ultralights either. So what do I do out here? Absolutely nothing. It's just the solitude, the stillness of the area. You don't hear anything. And it used to be really pretty out here. We've had a lot of saltwater intrusion that has killed a lot of the palm trees. There's only about 10 or 12 left. And that's kind of sad. The only thing out here is wild pigs. I see a lot of them, a few alligators, and some old Confederate salt works, which I'm working on a video right now. But as you can see, it's just a great place to just sit there and contemplate your life and all the crap you've gotten yourself into and out of and back into again, and out of and back into. But anyway, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe somebody learned a few things. My drone, I think it can be repaired. Y'all take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, one more thing. I wanted to mention the good people at Stellar Phoenix Video Repair. They have a system. It's very easy to operate. I did have a hard time getting it loaded and operating, but when the drone hit the tree, it corrupted that mini SD card, and the system that these people have works really well. So y'all be careful out there. You see anything in this pond that's dangerous? Watch this. This is about a 16, 18 footer. I flew over him 3 times low, about 5 feet. On the third pass, he'd had enough. He reached up and actually opened his jaws and tried to grab my right wheel. I am not kidding. I actually have video of that, and I can't find it right now, but just take my word for it. There's all kind of things out there that'll kill you. I couldn't quit. I got the audio down. I've got the power down, and it just reminds me of the islands. I flew in the Caribbean for 2 years. It was a lot of fun. Beach 18s, cargo. I don't know. So, you look back over your life and you remember all that stuff, and sometimes you wish you were not where you were at the time, but as you get older, you value everything, even the hard stuff, the stuff you didn't like Africa, or some parts of Africa. But anyway, that's the end of my story for this time. Creak, creak, creak. I must have that bolt up there tightened too tight on the keel. I've lubricated it, and it still creaks. So I got to check the tightness of that bolt. Alright, that's it really. Bye.